Hello again. If you remember from the previous video, we already started doing some pre-processing on our data. However, our notebook was becoming a little bit messy. So I'm going to start refactoring it a little bit and convert the code into functions so that in the next step, I can actually use those functions to create the Kedro pipeline. Now I'm back to the documentation on how to create this data processing pipeline. And if I scroll down a little bit, you're going to see that there's a number of functions that we will have defined in the end. And these functions come directly from the pre-processing that I was doing in the previous video. So let's get to the notebook and start refactoring this code. Now I'm going to go here. And if you remember, this is the notebook that we were using. So I'm going to start from the top and load everything again so I don't make any mistakes. My companies is here. I don't need the dtypes anymore. And now I'm going to load the shuttles as well and just make sure that everything is working. So I'm going to give it a couple more seconds to load. There we go. And I have my shuttles as well. So now the first thing I'm going to do is create a function that tells me whether a column with T and F is actually true or false. So I'm going to refactor the code that transforms from string to boolean. For that, let me scroll back a little bit and you see that the logic was already here. But I want to make this generic in a way that it can accept any dataset and any column name. I'm going to create a function called isTrue that is going to receive a panda series. For consistency with the tutorial, I'm going to call it X, but going forward, I highly recommend you to use more meaningful variable names. So this is going to be a panda series, and it's going to return another panda series. If you're not familiar with this type checking syntax, it's optional in Python and will help you understand what your functions are doing. For this to work, I will also need to import pandas as PD. So I'm going to insert a new cell before that. And now this function should be really simple. I'm going to return whether the column here is equal to T. And now this means that I can use this function to apply that to my datasets. Now, companies IATA approved is going to be the result of companies IATA approved passed to the isTrue function. So let me do that right now. And if I display now the head of the dataset, you see that IATA approved is now false or true. Now the advantage of this is that I can use this function and apply that to my other dataset as well. So I'm going to scroll down, and if you remember, my shuttles data frame also had two columns that contained T and F. So I'm going to use the isTrue function here again. And once more for the second column. And now if I display my dtypes, you see that check complete and moon clearance are both boolean columns. Now let's repeat this refactoring for our parsing of the money and our parsing of the percentages. Let me scroll back again to the point where I was parsing the percentages. Now, as you can see, I'm doing some string operations here, but again, I can make this generic so that this accepts any panda series that I like. So now I'm going to define another function, parse percentage. And this is going to receive another panda series, and it's going to return another panda series. Now what this function has to do is return the result of that series, but using these operations here. So I'm going to copy and paste that. And now I should be ready to use this function straight away. Let me remove this part over here because I don't need that anymore. And I'm going to use the parse percentage function here. So now, if I repeat the companies.head, you see that company rating is a number as we expect. Let me go back to my shuttles. I was doing some parsing on the price column to extract the numerical value of the money. So I'm going to create another function called parse money, that again receives another panda series and returns a different panda series. And again, what I'm going to do here is reuse these operations that I already have here and run them through this column that I'm passing to the function. So now I define this, I run parse money, and as you can see, now the price is a float, and I can display the head once more, just to see that both my boolean columns are correct, and also to see the other columns. You see that both my boolean columns are correct, and also the price contains a numerical value. So what did we do here? We did a small refactoring so that my code can be more generic, so I'm able to reuse these functions later on, remove some duplication, and make it easier to read. However, this notebook is still a little bit messy and I could clean up a little bit, but what we're going to do now is place all this preprocessing into a Kedro pipeline so that we can run it anytime we want and have always our datasets ready to be used. That will be in the next video.